The most important person in the whole wide world is you, and you hardly even know you. The most important person in the whole wide world is you. Come on, we'll show you. Let's find out more about the things you feel and do, 'cause you're the most important person in the world to you.
Happy New Year. Life is good and plenty in 2020. Welcome to One4ALLisLove with Sonya Spirit, and I'm Sonya Spirit. All right, family, it is a brand new year, and it is a beautiful beginning, and we are going to set the expectations. So this episode is all about recapping what we had went over in 2019, but briefly, and how we use that moving forward to produce the life that we want. So, of course, in the description it says, since I launched on August 21st, 2019, what have we learned and how can we apply these principles and concepts in the year 2020 to focus our mind, elevate our spirit, and express our emotions properly to enrich our manifested world. And today we will recap the lessons learned in 2019 and set the proper expectations to manifest the life that we want in 2020. Remember, everything is relative and related. All is one, okay? All is one. We are all just individuated expressions of God. So God is always speaking to us through our experiences as well as through thoughts and feelings. And the year 2020 overflows with abundance and infinite possibilities. And in 2019, yes, it does. Every year yields this promise, okay? It is up to us to make it materialize. These things already exist. Remember, God is, was, and ever will be, okay? It's all a matter of our perspective, and we'll dive more into that. Okay, so yes, this year, we're going to focus on this year, overflows with abundance and infinite possibilities. I even felt differently this morning. So, well, I went to bed early too. That's another story. So everything you need, you already possess. Anything else, you can manifest. And let that sink in. Because even though it rhymes and it's quickish, it's truth. Everything that you need, you already possess. The best of what you are, spirit, creative consciousness, and then a physical body that has emotions and can feel, which is part of the beauty of being physical, is being able to feel and express feeling. And there's ways that we can do that. We can do it beautifully or we can do it painfully. Now, and of course that gets into the duality of man. But finishing, our perspective yields our outcome. And we're definitely going to delve some more into thoughts, become things. Align your eye. That's supposed to be align. Okay, yes. Align your eye. Your eye. I spoke a couple of weeks ago on aligning your eye. The big I, the capital I being spirit, the lowercase I being the individuated spirit, Sonya. Okay, the little dot is the mind and the body, and the little block underneath or the one is the body. There's imagery, and it's important to have imagery to go with, and we'll talk about that hopefully if we have time. It's necessary to have imagery, especially when you're working on changing or reprogramming yourself, because what you're reprogramming is your subconscious mind. And to program or reprogram the subconscious mind requires a lot of imagery because it doesn't really comprehend words. However, what it does comprehend is the vibrations that come with the words, okay? That frequency, that along with intention, okay? and this is why it's important that we understand that we're creating all the time, and the life that we have is the one that we have manifested either through our thoughts or through our cause and effect, our karmic debt, okay? All right, so align your eye. You want your conscious and your subconscious to be in alignment and on the side of truth, the side of God, the side of love, goodness, okay? Abundance, beauty, wisdom, faith, all of that, okay? So align your eye and allow God to work through you and for you. Because when your mind and heart are aligned, you manifest. Okay, you manifest. Period. It happens. How fast it happens, I don't know that. I don't know the formula, but it happens. Okay. When there is a conflict between the two, it doesn't happen. That's why you can say something and it never manifests, because there is a conflict. Now, if there is no conflict, which means there might not be an opposing emotion to that conscious thought, or there may be a supportive emotion. And when I say emotion, it can be emotion, you can call it programming, whatever you want to call it. But what's housed in the subconscious that matches with the conscious, okay? When they match, okay, because, all right, I'm going, okay. Let's finish. Let me finish with the intro. I'm starting to go off on a tangent already. All right, so yes, align your eye and allow God to work through you and for you. Accept and employ God's gifts to you. If you don't know what they are, ask. Listen, God answers everything. Ask and then pay attention, okay? Because it's all about paying attention. The greatest commodity you have is what? Attention. Okay, so ask and then pay attention. But accept and employ God's gifts to you, and share them with each other. Let's share them with each other. Otherwise, our gifts lie as potential energy, also known as the best-kept secret. So, of course, unused energy, untapped potential. It doesn't matter if you have talent if you're not exercising it. It doesn't matter how brilliant you are, how creative you are. If in some way, shape, or form, you're not sharing it, you're not expressing it. Okay. All right, so this is the year of 2020. It is the year of good and plenty. I know I cannot sing, but anyway, okay, so it's all about having the right attitude. Listen, 2019 is behind us. Whatever you experience, I think you need to let it go. Let it go. Okay. So let's recap quickly. 2019, we talked about, of course, first and foremost, everything is based on universal law. And the 7 primary universal laws is 1, all is mind. God is all, God is mind, God is infinite, infinite intelligence, absolute, universal. God is everything and no one thing. God is conscious intelligence, okay? God is dynamic. God is organized. Or, what was the other word that I used to use? Oh, that's my notebook downstairs. God is orderly. That's what it is. So God is both dynamic and orderly. Okay, and we are made in God's image. So we too have these powers. That's what that's all about. And we use them all the time. The life that we have is the one we have manifested, not just in this lifetime. So, because this is not our first incarnation. Okay. Now, if I start losing folks, so be it. But let's keep going. So this is not. So we have karmic debt. Okay, I'm probably gonna jump around a lot, so you just have to bear with me. But okay, so universal law, all is mind. God is consciousness, God is everything, and God is no one thing. God is everything and no one thing, okay? And in terms of tenses, God is, was, and ever will be. God is everything, period. You, me, and everything that we see, feel, cannot see, cannot feel, do not know, cannot know. God is everything, period. Okay? And it's energy. We are energy. We are different forms of condensed or comprised energy. That's what we are. Okay, so how do we use our energy? All right, let's keep going. Remember, what is the motto? Life is good and plenty in 2020. Okay, so some of the thoughts that I've been having over the past couple of weeks. So, we have our conscious and our subconscious. Okay, both of those are housed within. The conscious, of course, is the ego. We had the episode on the ego, boss baby, teenage mutant ninja turtle. Okay, so we have the conscious is the ego, and then we have the subconscious, which of course communicates with the superconscious. Of course, the conscious is the youngest one. The conscious is what dies with every incarnation. When the body dies, so does the conscious die. The subconscious does not die. So one of the objectives while we're on this planet that nobody is telling us is you really do want to start reprogramming your subconscious, because when this incarnation of yourself is no longer here, listen, whatever you acquire knowledge you acquired in your conscious, okay, and you may have added to the collective superconscious or whatever, it's still not going to carry with you, okay, unless it is housed, absorbed, accepted, programmed, instilled, whatever verb you want to use, into the subconscious, your spirit, your individualized spirit. So it behooves you, okay, to want to get to know yourself, how you operate, so that you can work on bettering your subconscious for your next incarnation. And the easiest way to do that is understand how you work today. Once you start understanding what's going on today, everything else takes care of itself. But that should be an objective today. I know a lot of us say we want a lot of physical things because for the longest we believe that that's all we were with physical beings, even though we have life within us, but we're so distracted by noise that we don't concentrate on ourselves, and that's by design, and we're not going to get into the whole conspiracy of it because that's irrelevant. Let's focus on what we do want, okay? Later for the distraction. Okay, so our thoughts, our conscious mind emits energy. Okay, it's more electric. I think it's electric, whereas the heart is like electromagnetic. So it kind of goes both ways. Okay, well, heart. So the thought emits energy, and the subconscious, if it is not challenged, if it doesn't conflict, I don't want to say challenge, that's not a good choice of word. If the subconscious has no programming or a program that aligns with, and when I say program, it can be emotion, whatever it has housed down there, okay? But it could be a program, it could be an emotion, and generally they're the same thing, it's the triggers, they're triggers. So if it is aligned with the thought, if what the subconscious has is aligned, if there is a match, now, no match. Conflicting program is an issue. If there's no match, then that means that the subconscious can be programmable. Well, it's always programmable. Okay, but there's no resistance because there is no match. Okay, if there is an aligned match, that's even better. That just supports it even more. Okay, why is that important? Because the subconscious, which is our heart energy, remember the heart has its own brain, and the heart is electromagnetic. The heart actually attracts material energy. So the thought emits creative energy. This is what I want. This is what I wish. Okay? That's what the conscious is doing. And the blueprint just depends on how detailed the conscious thought is. It could be saying, I want to, and of course this is on a physical level, I want a new car. Or it could be, I want a 2020 Maserati, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And with all the bells and whistles and all the details that you can imagine. But being more specific, I'm just being general because who cares? But so the blueprint of what the subconscious will attract comes from the thought. So whether the thought is vague or excruciatingly descriptive, it will produce it. Now, a lot of people get into detail, and detail is fine. However, the more details, generally, that's it. Listen, everything is not extra stone. So, generally, the more detail, the longer it will take to manifest. Okay. Is that true? I don't know. But it came to me so. But generally, yes. Because, okay, this is why I say that. There are examples in books. And this is why I've come to the conclusion that you meditate on things and then answers come to you. So, you read about how people have used affirmations to get things like, fast money or whatever, but without being descriptive, without, and when I say descriptive, not necessarily painstakingly descriptive to the point where, it would prolong manifestation, but, I want $10,000 in 5 days. And that's all you meditate on. And let me tell you, when you focus all your energy on a thought, it's going to produce. It's going to produce because you are forcing this on the subconscious. So it's going to attract it, okay? That's because your energy is focused, it's concentrated, and it's over a duration. If you sit there for 3 days focusing on, or, if you need the money in 5 days and you say, this is all I'm going to focus on, then yes, one way or another it's going to heal itself. But I was reading some book, about the mind and subconscious, and the guy had asked, we needed $10,000 in X amount of days, which was in a short period of time, and that was just basically his focus. But he wasn't really descriptive, and of course, as the story tells it, that he was in a car injury and lost one of his limbs, and he was awarded, I guess X amount of dollars or whatever. Now I don't know how that works within the duration, but I guess the point was, the opportunity presented itself. He wasn't specific enough, and which is why you'll have people when they do affirmations, they'll say, but I always just say in harmony, I do everything in harmony. Because harmony is God. Harmony is natural rhythm. But, people say under God's grace or, everybody has their own little thing, and mine is just in harmony. That's all. Okay. I think I went off on a tangent. But getting back to the process. So, thoughts emit the command. And if there's a design that you have with it, great. If you got specific details, great. And and that's good too, because when you are planning something, like if you're trying to plan or a business or launch a project, you need to have a well-written plan, one that you can work from, and that's how things and it manifests. And we do this all the time and don't give it any thought. But that's how things manifest when you write it down and you just execute it, okay? Sometimes you have all the thoughts, you have all the plans, you can write them all down, and sometimes you don't. They just come to you, as they're supposed to, as God wants them to unfold, is what I'll say about that. Okay, so when our thoughts and emotions are aligned, they physically manifest. Because what the subconscious does is it attracts the material energy to physically form the thought concept or the thought. So it converts or transforms the thought into a thing. How? The conscious emits the energy. The conscious emits the energy of what it wants. Okay, and the subconscious attracts it and forms it and yields it into our physical manifested world. So there are sayings such as for every action there's a reaction. You can choose to do or not do. Everything has a consequence. And, there's a lot of sayings. While we are free to choose our actions, we are not free to choose the consequences of our actions. So, I found this word consequence to be of particular interest because it sounds so ominous. Because we are free to choose. We are free to choose our thoughts, our feelings, our words, our actions. Now, let me backtrack a little bit. I haven't even finished recapping and I started getting off into the material. I'm so excited about this year. It's the energy that I feel, and I'm not, okay. Sorry. Okay, so all is mine. Number 2, correspondence. Everything everything is a relationship. As below, so above, as within, so without. Everything has a relationship, and it goes back to every action has a opposite and equal reaction. So that's part of correspondence. Okay. And it's also part of the process. So, the third one is the law of vibration. Okay, so the first 3 laws are immutable. They cannot be changed because that's just the way everything exists. That's just telling you, this is it. This is the foundation. Everything operates at this level. Everything, except God. God is above all of us. Everything. Because God is everything. So, anyway, okay, so, and then the last 4, these are the primary ones, primary 7. So the last 4 are considered mutable, which means you can transform them, some of them you can overcome, you can manipulate, has a negative connotation, but you can work with them, is basically what I'm saying. Okay, so number 4 is, oh my goodness. I am supposed to have all this written down. Number 4 is polarity, or the duality of man. Is we talk about the duality of man, and the duality of man is the thinking and the creativity. But the thinking and feeling is part of the duality of man. That's one duality of man. Another duality of man, of course, free choice. Okay, so because we have free choice, that's part of the duality of man. It's not just we're functioning off the instinct. We actually have a conscious mind. We are aware. We are aware that we are conscious beings. Okay, and so we have the freedom of choice. Okay, so that's so we can choose. And basically, most choices are either or there's a third choice, a third option. So, good, bad, indifferent, right, left, middle, conscious, subconscious, superconscious. Okay, I'm kidding. But anyway, but for the most part, there are, I lost my train of thought. Okay, the duality of man. But what we want to learn how to do is control that, because you don't want to really swing either way. Okay, and that gets into law number 5, the law of rhythm. Everything has a cycle. Everything has a pattern. That's part of nature. Okay, and nature is the best example of how everything has a pattern. Everything has a cycle. Us as individuals, each individual has their own pattern, their own cycle with nature. It is your responsibility to find out how you fit in with nature. Okay, and when you start receiving messages, then you are starting to harmonize with nature. Okay, and I'm saying this like this on purpose, but it's important to understand. You know, we minimize things, silly things like, you know, plants. It was a couple of episodes ago talking about bugs. You know, try not to kill them. You know, and I say that, but and let me tell you something. I'm not preaching to anyone. I'm healing myself by helping others. I allow all of this to come out through me. Okay, in an effort to heal myself. So I'm sharing God's gift. And believe me, I recognize this opportunity as God's gift to me. Okay? And I'll get into that a little bit later. Okay, so with every action has a consequence. So, I kind of got stuck on the word consequence because the word consequence itself has like a negative connotation. Okay, I did it again. I gotta finish the wrap up with the universal laws. Okay, so 5 is rhythm. Everything has a cycle. Everything has a pattern. It's your responsibility to identify your own, okay, and learn how to use it. You are the authority of it. How you can blend your pattern, your rhythm with nature, okay? And that's not something you're going to work on right away. We're working on forgiveness right away, okay? And we'll get into that a little bit later, too. Number 6, cause and effect. Of course, this is the biggie because most people are most familiar with cause and effect. For every cause, there's an effect. For every effect, there is a primary cause. Okay, and one of the subcategories of cause and effect as a universal law is karma, which is, of course, the cycle or restoration of harmony. Okay, so it's just restoring harmony. It's restoring harmony. So not to take it in, to give it a negative connotation, because we have to change our perspective. Our perspective is what creates our reality. And if we continue to see things negatively, we will continue to create destruction and fear and paranoia and all the silly stuff this toxic, period. And let's move on. Okay, and the last one is the law of gender. The law of gender explains that there is, this is part of the duality of man, okay, that there are 2 components. There is a force. There is a form to create a manifestation, okay? There is a male energy. There is a female energy that combine to create a physical form, okay? God is expressed, we call God Father, and some people call, the reason God was, well, I don't want to say the reason because we're not going to get into the conspiracy, but it's easily understood, it's easily understood why God would be referred to as the Father, because God is the initial expressor, okay? An expression is outward, okay? But when God expressed outward, because everything is God, so God would be Father, Mother. So we can say Father, Mother, God. But whatever. Say what you want, because God don't get hung up on that. It's about your energy. Okay. So, but when God expresses out, then something has to receive. The receiver, the container, is the female. Okay. The female is the vessel that receives the expressive force. So in this case, the conscious is the male. It emits, it expresses its thought energy, okay? And the subconscious, the female, attracts the material energy necessary, okay, to mix it up, so to speak, and form. Think of a man and a woman having a baby. And she takes the 2 energies and form a physical manifestation known as a baby, okay? Or just a physical manifestation. But, okay, so that's what the law of gender is about in a nutshell. And everything has a male and female component, or a positive and negative component. Okay, so like cells have a proton and an electron and a neutron. Okay, so that's the universal laws in a nutshell. The second episode was about forgiveness, and then later on, it was, I don't know, a few episodes later, I said that forgiveness was an illusion. And then, of course, maybe a few episodes later, I stood corrected because while I said forgiveness was an illusion because forgiveness is only for the host, okay? Because the other person, listen, they may be impacted, but most people don't even know that that you don't forgive them, whoever you are and whoever they are, and it doesn't affect them, okay? That non-forgiveness, that virus. That's the word I'm looking for. It destroys the host. It does nothing to, the person who you felt like did you wrong. So to that respect, forgiveness is an illusion. However, the reason I had to take that back or retract that was because forgiveness does provide a positive outcome. Because as soon as, even though forgiveness only serves the purpose of unburdening the host, that process is necessary. Because once that host is unburdened, then she allows love and positive energy and God's flow through. Okay, so think of it. I mean, there's so many things that you can think of, and that I think of that probably isn't worth thinking of, but, just think of things that, like, are blocked, and then you can just push this out, and then allow life and love, and allow God's energy to just flow through, okay? Just allow it to flow through, okay? All right, so we talked about forgiveness. We talked about a lot of things, but okay, and that's a lot of it. Let's move on. Let's move on to the good and plenty in 2020, because I'll just include different things as I continue to go on with this lesson. Okay, so every action has a consequence, and like I said, the word consequence kind of stuck in my mind. So I thought of the word consequence, and I knew, to break it up. You got kind, you got sequence. And I thought of the con as the Spanish word con, which means with, like chili con carne, chili with meat. But I dug a little deeper to find out, okay, well, what does con mean? Of course, con has persuade, deceit, trick, disadvantage, like, a list of pros and cons. And then it had a archaic meaning, no longer in use, as a verb, which meant study attentively or learn by heart. And it originates from the archaic meaning verb, it says study attentively or learn by heart, and then in parentheses it has a piece of writing. Okay. So I guess that's for an example. Anyway. But the word, so this is con, mind you. This is the archaic meaning of con as a verb, okay, which is no longer in use. And so that particular meaning stems from the word can. And of course, can is the ability to, the opportunity or possibility to permit, and it also stems from the word kunan, which is, I think, a Greek for C-U-N-N-A-N, which means to know. So I found it fascinating. Most people be like, who cares? But because the word con, when you hear it, of course, I thought, like I said, I thought of the Spanish word con, which means with. But then when I got to the history, it just became so much more interesting. But what really stuck with me, and I'll keep going, okay, so we have sequence. Sequence means the order of related activities. So for every action, it comes with time and order of related activities. That's all it's saying. You know, it makes it sound like there's always something bad going to happen, and that's because of the modern version of time, of the word time, that we have stored in our subconscious. Okay? And so you got sequence. So we have with an order of related activities. So for every action, it comes with an order of related activities. So the with part, the con, going back now, that was my Spanish version. Going back to the archaic meaning of con, to study attentively or learn by heart. Let's not gloss over that. To learn by heart. Now, we're talking about all the time programming the subconscious. Every action has a learn by heart order of related activities. How about that? That is your consequence. Now, if you change your learned by heart order of related activities, because all that is subconscious. Learn by heart, that's your subconscious. So remember, every action, your action stems from your thought. So what it's telling you is every thought has what? A learn by heart order of related activities. Listen, this is in Google. I mean, this is the internet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, the universe pointed me in the right direction, but what I'm saying is anything you want to know, God is going to tell you. Okay, so let's keep going. So now, all consequence means is your learn by heart order of related activity. You must change your programming. I must change my programming, and I'm working on it. And it is a beautiful thing. Okay, so let's keep going, because this ain't about me. Okay, so bear that in mind. Understand these things, okay, because definition, when you don't fully understand words and you hear them, they have triggers. Like you hear the word con or consequence, most of the time, most people come up with a negative feeling without even understanding why. And that's because the word con has been associated with persuade, deceit, trick, and disadvantage. So if nothing else, just hearing the word would emit or attract maybe some negative energy you don't want. I'm sure you don't want it. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so the thought plus no emotion, or the thought plus an aligned emotion will yield a manifested form. Okay? They're working together, the male and the female. They're working together. The male, the thought, sends out, expresses the energy. The female, the emotion, attracts the material she needs to manifest the thought into a physical form. When the thought is and the emotion are not aligned, when there is cognitive dissonance, when there is a conflict, generally there is slow or no manifestation. But don't spend a whole lot of time beating yourself up, because remember why the subconscious is programmable. It just takes persistence. What's persistence? 21 days make a habit. So what is important enough to you to apply 21 days of focus? Because that's what's required. 3 weeks. 3 weeks, people. Now, if you have a passion, it won't be a problem. But if you don't have a passion for it, it doesn't mean it's not attainable. It means you will just have to concentrate your efforts even more diligently. But everything is acquirable. Okay, you just got to make sure everything is in alignment. Okay, so our thoughts. This is important. Our thoughts feed our body. Because the thoughts produce the body. Our thoughts feed our body. Okay. And here we go. Matthew 15:10. A man is not defiled by what enters his mouth, but that cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man. What are we talking about? We are talking about our thoughts feed our body. That's what Jesus was talking about. Don't concern yourself about GMOs, hormones, pork, meat, E. coli. Listen, those are manifested experiences. Where do they come from? If that experience manifests in your world, you have yielded it from somewhere. Okay? It is our mind that, and I know that I'll get pushback from this, but it is our mind that poisons the body. Through negative thought, negative energy, and when I say negative, I don't mean the gender, the male, female, positive, negative, not like that. I mean bad, so to speak, or ungodly is a better term. That's why aligning your eye is utterly important. Listen, okay, so our body feeds our mind. Okay, and earlier I stated that I recognize that this podcast is a blessing. It is, and it is. It's my gift. I recognize that it is my gift. You know, All for One is Love. This podcast is my gift from God, and oh my goodness, it's one I relish. I know I got a lot of work to do. There's a whole lot of polishing that needs to take place. I'm working on the technical component slowly, of course. But because I relish this. But what's most important is it flows, for me, it flows with the forces of nature. And when I say that, it keeps me in tune. You know, initially I was excited about doing the show, and then I became concerned, like, okay, since I talked about universal laws, what do I talk about next? And that's, I was thinking I was forcing the show, and then I just said, I'm going to let it go. God is going to talk to me. And so here we are. And so for me, and this show is just one component. You know, I'm also taking a class. But what I'm saying is, it is our responsibility to invite God in. We should be one. That's where you want to be. And when things happen, you want to recognize, how can I grow from this experience? There's changes that are taking place in my life right now. And initially, I was resistant. And then after meditating, I was moved. And I basically did a 180 in the way I felt about the whole situation. Because I saw the beauty and the benefit. And I also saw on the other side, it was the ego that was holding on. that was forcing the resistance. And once you recognize that and allow yourself to recognize it, oh, you're going to start growing. And things are going to start happening even more. That's why in order to receive, you want to give. Open yourself up. Open yourself up. Allow yourself to receive God's messages. Okay. So getting back to our thoughts feed our body. And like I said, it's documented in the Bible, Matthew 15:10. It's not what comes out. It's not what comes out it's not what goes into the mouth that defiles a man, it's what comes out. Okay, what comes out of a mouth? Words come out of a mouth. Where do those words come from? Those words either comes from your mind or your heart. Your head or your heart. That's where those words come from. And why is it that the word is what defiles the man? Because the words come from two places, the duality of man. It comes from either the thoughts or the feelings. But even greater, these words have the power to manifest. So that's where character comes into play. Listen, if you have questionable character, it will surface. Everything concealed will be revealed. Nothing takes place in the dark that will not come to light. We've had that conversation. That was part of also 2019. So understand this. All disease, the word disease, D-I-S, ease, E-A-S-E. What is ease? Ease is harmony. Ease is flow. Ease is alignment. Ease is clear channel. Ease is a conduit. Okay? All disease stems from the mind. Now, you can blame it on food, but you can blame it on food, but you really can't, because the food is just a symptom of something else. Because physically, you may have an eating disorder. And when I say that, you're addicted. I'm not talking about bulimia and anorexia. I'm talking about being addicted to sugar. I'm talking about being addicted to fat. That's an eating disorder, okay? Caffeine, red meat. Okay, so, and these eating disorders are symptoms of something else, which of course stems back to the mind. This is why you have to understand that everything is the mind, okay? And so is God. God is infinite intelligence. You know, part of my daily affirmation is about God, being one with God, the absolute healing, infinite intelligence, universal life energy. That's what God is. Okay, so all dis-ease, and it's a dis-ease, it's a disharmony with nature. Nature is God. Okay, nature is God. So any disease that we're going through is a conflict, is a resistance on our end. Okay. All right, so let's see. So I talked about consequence, so you get that. Yeah, okay. So our choices flow. Our choices are energy. And our choices, our thoughts, our words, our verbal, nonverbal expressions, and each carries its own energy. So when we express this, and remember the heart is electromagnetic, so it both emits and attracts. whereas the conscious can only emit. Well, I say that it can receive thought from superconscious, God, what have you, but it can't. No, it doesn't receive. It's the superconscious. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Okay, but okay, let's get back. So okay, so now let's focus because we only have 8 minutes left. And talking about good and plenty in 2020, the reason I'm explaining all of these mechanics is because we have daily, you have to work on practice, exercise. Every day, do something. Set the expectation. Do you know why you get angry? Do you know why you are disappointed? Do you know why your feelings get hurt? I can tell you. You don't even have to. Because your expectation was not met. You expected one thing and you received something else. Or it was an unexpected change. Because usually that's a change. Okay, so that's usually where that comes from. We have to learn how to not react. Practice, exercise, responding. Now, that will require some patience. And for someone who has been impatient almost all of her life, I actually appreciate patience now. Because I genuinely want to learn and grow. And I recognize that there are no shortcuts in this process. And I'm not trying to offend anyone. So magic is the shortcut, so to speak. And magic, oh my gosh, it is a beautiful thing. And what we consider magic is basically just endless possibilities. Things that we, like I said, an expectation that has been exceeded. You know, that's what we think of magical or miracle, when our expectation has been exceeded. Listen, our expectation should not be the standard by which anything is measured. I know mine shouldn't be. I mean, how ignorant are we? How much is it that we don't know? But let's not harp on that because that's not what it's about. It's all about focusing on what we do want. Now, in order to manifest, understand this. We talked about this, the fake it till you make it. Listen, you are going to attract what you are. That's why you have to understand that the thoughts you entertain, if they are stress, worry, doubt, fear, concern, anything negative, loss, any kind of adversity, if you're replaying them in your mind, this is the world that you are manifesting for yourself. This is your energetic aura, okay? Stop imprisoning yourself. And you do have the power to snap out of it. And when I say you have the power is within. God is within. You are never alone. You can never be alone. God is within all of us. And be still and know that I am God. God will help us, will guide us. God will answer our call, our request. God, energy, universe will respond to our command. Listen. Ooh, okay. So every day do something. Do more than one thing. I'm talking about focusing on God when I say every day do something. So affirmations, meditation, prayer. Do more than one thing. I don't mean you have to say affirmations, meditations, and prayer. What I'm saying is you have your daily routine. You are setting the tone for your day. Get into that habit. Get that relationship with God going so you can build that force field of godly energy around you and allow your mind to focus on the beauty in life. So that's what your body, that's what your heart, that's what your subconscious will attract in your life. It starts with your thoughts. Stop entertaining lack, loss, adversity. Understand that when your ego is being challenged, when you find yourself resisting something, question that resistance. Why are you resisting something? Because your ego is being challenged? Well, what's the opposite? What is the benefit? What is the beauty of this experience? I can see the negativity. Don't be afraid to question and talk out loud. If that helps you work through the process, stop living in fear. Stop allowing other people to define how you should behave, what you should be. That conversation is between you and the God in you. And God will answer your questions. And you don't have to take my word for it. I'm merely a messenger. But I want to pass the message along that life is beautiful. And when there is change, there's more than one way to look at it. And life is a beautiful adventure, too. Now, and I frequently, now that I know, I'll say in a minute, okay, universe, I'm ready for my next adventure. And I clap my hands. And when I said with love, with excitement, with exhilaration, because I know the things that have happened in the past, the experiences I've had before. So I know what the universe is capable of. And now that I'm more spiritually in tune, I know that there is absolutely no limit. The only limit is the ones that I impose on myself. The only limit is how I limit my imagination. And of course, living in fear, living in doubt, living in lack, I create that. So I'm still creating. I'm just creating what I don't want. All right, folks. This hour went fast. I'm excited about Good and Plenty in 2020. Feel free to call in and share your thoughts. Let's do this. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about experiences. I think next week we're going to talk about perception is reality. Now, let that sink in. And for all our friends and family out there who are not feeling well, may God's love, light, and healing energy fill your body from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And may you be whole, healthy, and complete. I create what I see, so be it, and so it is. Happy New Year, family. Love you. Until next Wednesday.